our glowing question.
Concern tonight is people maximum security prison years old, then turn the gun on himself. Decades. He says this by the Department of Corrections leaders.
This institution,
Death from behind, or contraband conspiracy, would have been 2043.
Dangerous this situation was, and how indefensible.
Our state correctional system has rights abuses. The state led to bottom.
This example is an unfortunate.
What up, YouTube? Back with another video to check out how y'all doing out there. Let's go on and get this title out the way. Prison correctional officer may have had relationship with prison inmate. How y'all doing out there, man? That's the title, man. Hope everybody out there is feeling well, doing well. Had a wonderful day, leveling up, accomplishing their goals, and just doing big things in y'all life. Real talk, man. I appreciate everybody once again coming to rock out with me and vibe with me. Let's go on and get this grind in. Y'all know what it is. Oh, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Share the content. I appreciate it.
Glowing questions surrounding a worker's murder inside a Georgia State prison over the weekend.
Investigators say an inmate managed to get a gun inside Smith State Prison and then killed the kitchen staffer before turning the gun on himself. Tonight, investigators say they believe the inmate and victim had a relationship. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo has been digging into the details of this very alarming story. Rob?
Yeah, and the biggest concern tonight is people really aren't sure about how that inmate managed to get his hands on a gun behind bars in one of the state's maximum security prisons and then use it. The Department of Corrections still does not have an explanation for us tonight, but we've since learned that the kitchen employee killed early Sunday morning was just 24 years old.
Dang.
The Georgia Department of Corrections says inmate J. Dracus Hart shot the Aramark food service worker inside Smith State Prison in southeast Georgia early Sunday morning. She's been identified as 24-year-old Orion Grace. The prison says Hart then turned the gun on himself.
That, to me, is shocking to the conscious, and I hope that this is a wake-up call for the Georgia Department of Corrections.
Joshua.
Absolutely, man. How did he get a gun in there? How did he get a gun in prison, man? Hey, trust me, I know that it's plenty of prisons where firearms are in the possession of inmates. That's nothing new. But still, we got to ask how this stuff gets in there. How did he get access to do that? You know what I mean? And also, I'm sending out some prayers and condolences to the young lady that lost her life, her family, her friends, her loved ones. May she live in peace, rest in peace. Send some good energy and vibrations to their way. But yeah, man, this is very unfortunate. Let's jump back into it.
Schiffer has practiced criminal law in Georgia for 2 decades. He says this incident demonstrates a complete failure by the Department of Corrections leaders.
Yeah.
This institution, Smith, is a notorious institution because it's a high security institution dealing with some of Georgia's most dangerous and threatening inmates.
Back in October, investigators say an inmate there shanked 42-year-old guard Robert Clark to death from behind.
Man.
Earlier last year, the GBI charged the prison's warden in a sprawling contraband conspiracy. Hart was serving time for voluntary manslaughter and aggravated battery from a 2015 case out of Carroll County. His earliest release date would have been 2043.
This wasn't a shank or a piece of wood or a razor blade. This was a firearm with ammunition, and everybody needs to realize how dangerous this situation was and how indefensible this death is.
The entire state correctional system has...
Real quick, I don't know if, and I'm just, putting it out there. I'm not saying this is a known fact, but I wonder if, she could have played a part of him getting that firearm in there. If not, definitely one of the correctional officers may have played a part of that, man. You know what I mean? You got a lot of crooked and scandalous correctional officers in prisons and stuff, man, and they ain't no better than, most of the inmates, and that's just being for real, man. They grimy too, you know what I mean? But this is very messed up, man, and definitely Georgia has to do better, man, if they getting in all this trouble and all this stuff's going on in their prison system, man. I mean, prisons are messed up, man. They ain't designed to really rehabilitate anybody and put them back in society where they can function and thrive properly. That's not really what prisons are meant to do. If you ask me personally, for most people that go to prison, it makes things worse, definitely. But let's go on and finish this up.
A years-long ongoing federal investigation into allegations of civil rights abuses. The state legislature just formed a committee to review it from top to bottom.
This example is an unfortunate reflection of what's happening in Georgia prisons as a whole.
Just a little while ago, a spokesperson for the prisons told us they believe Hart and Grace had romantic relationships. They say he did leave behind a suicide note, but there's still no clear answer about how that gun got into a Supermax facility at this point. I'm Robert Aranza, Fox 5 News.
All right, my good people, that's the end of that video right there. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments. It's all love. Just give me some feedback on what y'all think about this situation. If you got more information on this story here, yeah, man. But definitely Georgia has to do better. I mean, prisons all around the world have to do better, man. I feel like personally, a lot of people could have been properly rehabilitated and put back into the society and thrive well. If we really had prison systems that really help the people. And, mental illness agencies that really help the people in the process. So, man, yeah, very unfortunate that the sister lost her life to some nonsense, man. Just like police officers that govern our citizens and streets and neighborhoods and communities need to be evaluated with, just mental health evaluations. Every once in a while, at least, a few times a year, because they go into these situations doing wrong. They don't go into help situations. No correctional officer at all should be having relationships with any of the inmates in any prison. So that's a problem right there in itself. But like I said, man, my good people, y'all feel free to leave some comments, man. I appreciate all the love and support, real talk, and I'm sending it back out to y'all, man. Take care of yourself, man. Make sure y'all stand on y'all grind. Until next time, my people, y'all know what it is. Let's get it.
Maneuver. Cause nigga, I like money and nice shit. My swag is priceless. My bag is righteous. You mad? I got the